What's up, man? 12 Gauge the Film Buff back here with another video. And today I'm going to be reviewing the first ever album review, double album review. We got two very badass White Zombie albums I just got done listening to. We have Sexorcisto. We also have Astro 2000. The first one that I mentioned came out in 92, and then the second one came out in 95. And one thing that I noticed about both of them, I remember watching the Punk Rock NBA's review on both of them. He's talking about the strange history of Rob Zombie, and I remember he was saying about how he was a really big fan of the artwork because Rob Zombie liked to paint and draw. In regards to the cover art, and if you opened up the booklet, you could see the little artwork that he did. And he's always been a multi-talented artist. It's one of my favorite things about him. He's a film creator, obviously. He also likes to create music. He's been doing that forever, but ever since he was probably younger than me. But he's a painter. He's a sketch artist. That's exactly how I am with my art. I like making music. I plan on making movies one day. I'm a very skilled sketch artist. I've been like that since I was 3 years old. And it was just interesting just because I definitely agreed with the punk rock NBA. That's like something that definitely makes me want to get Lost Exorcisto on, if not cassette, at least CD. Because I have a boombox. And unfortunately, I lost the fucking cord. Go figure. Uh, at least I used the damn thing. I had a couple of CDs. I'll do it for another day. But anyway, yeah, I just got done listening to both of them all the way. I had heard songs off of both of them, especially second one because I had heard Supercharger Heaven, of course, and same with what was the other one? Oh no, that was the first album, Welcome to Planet Motherfucker. I heard that one too. Same with Thunderkiss 65. That was on the first album, Lost Exorcisto. Astro Creep. It was Supercharger Heaven, of course, and it was also More Human Than Human. I've been listening to that one since I was 15. I had Past, Present, and Future on CD whenever I was 15. I remember I got that for my birthday. I was kind of obsessed with the artwork in that little disc booklet. I mean, like the artwork in regards to his painting and all that shit, that was cool. I was mainly just drawn to the style. Like, I really liked whenever he used his little stereotypical hellbilly, I guess, robot. He's featured in, whatchamacallit, Haunted World of El Cerbisto. Rob Zombie has all his fucking names to get up with all, which is bizarre and fucking weird because I'm a complete diehard fan. So go figure. But anyway, one thing that I noticed about it, like I said, punk rock NBA, he was saying, Finn McGinty or whatever, he was saying about how it's very much considered to be psychedelic rock, especially at the time that it came out. I could see that. I was kind of saving little songs here and there to my playlist on my treble app. I can listen to music while I work. And I was saving different songs from each album to like different playlists. Like I would save some of them to the same playlist, and I would save some of them to like different playlists. Because like for example, I would save a couple songs here and there. Sorry, I flipped my camera. I would save a couple songs here and there from the first album to both my alternative metal slash punk playlist, and then I would also save it to my psychedelic rock playlist. Same with the second album, and amongst other songs on the psychedelic rock playlist. You have some Doors and Pink Floyd in there as well. But one thing that I noticed about it mostly is it definitely you could definitely kind of hear that early like stage of like I want to be a horror movie film director, but I don't quite know how to put myself out there yet because I don't have a fucking penny to my name. But yeah, you could hear that. Not only that, but yeah, he was hungry for sure. That's why I say all that. But you could definitely kind of hear the horror influence in regards to what type of film director he was gonna be. I mean, you can kind of hear that with Hellbilly Deluxe, I guess. But what I mean is like how he was shouting during the choruses, especially on like the beginning of the second album. It very much gave off a House of Thousand Corpses vibe, like that type of music, like that little era of like him making songs like of course the self-titled track House of Thousand Corpses, or something like Run Rabbit Run or Pussy Liquor or Little Piggy. Just it kind of gave off the vibe of them songs. I grew up with a lot of them anyway. Again, video for another day. But yeah, one of my favorite things about Rob Zombie as a whole, though, at least back then, because like he's never really changed his style, but back then, Because whenever I first saw him, he had the long hair, and he's always been like that. He had the long hair and the long beard. I was thinking he was like this like weird thrash metal artist. I'd only heard like a couple songs, and I was like, oh, I guess he likes horror a little bit. I guess I was real little at the time, and then I looked into it. I was like, oh, he's more of a punk than anything else. He just makes psychedelic rock slash punk slash alternative metal, like I was saying earlier. It's just he ended up graduating to alternative metal ultimately after a while. Um, as I remember watching on an interview, he was talking about with Joe Rogan. He was talking to his buddies, and he was like, whenever they would go rehearse out in the backyard, whenever they're in high school, talking about Rob Zombie, like, let's never ever play conventional drum beats. And Rob was like, I eventually got over that, but um, I'm wanting to. I can't remember what it was like. Someone in his band. I'm wanting to say it was like like his bass player ended up getting into like thrash metal, or it might have even been his drummer. I don't know. I heard like something on Rock V, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's what definitely kind of got him onto the whole like. I mean, he's always been a metal, but I mean, like into the whole conventional like kind of funk, more so groove than anything else. In regards to the rock and the metal, that's how the psychedelic rock slash funk groove metal kind of went hand in hand for him, especially since he had that punk persona. Which he was raised in the whenever he was real low, the '60s and the early '70s, early mid '70s. So he definitely kind of came up in that scene. And that's why he was obsessed with like old monster movies like Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and like Count Dracula, and like Orloff and shit like that. I've been meaning to look into stuff like that myself recently. But yeah, he's definitely an interesting character. He's definitely tell that dude's desensitized as fuck, concerning how realistic a lot of the violence in a lot of his movies seem. I'm not sorry either. I fucking love them Halloween movies, especially the second one. Again, videos for another day. Uh, yeah. Um, but yeah, like I said, I really get a kick out of it though. Those are two albums I would definitely be listening to again. But yeah, man. I guess that's gonna be it for this video, bro. 12 gauge of film buff. You know, I always get a kick out of making these videos. It's been a pleasure. 12 gauge of film buff is signing out for the night, y'all. I'm leaving the building. Y'all have a good motherfucking night.